Hey everyone, so I am back with another video, and this one is a very requested one. It is my road to minimalism, and this is probably going to become a series of some sort on this channel, but for the time being, I'm just going to talk to you guys today about how I began the process of decluttering my space. And my space at this point in time is my room here at my parents' house slash the house I grew up with. The house I grew up in. It wouldn't be a Tara E video if there wasn't some stuttering right at the beginning. Off to a good start, guys. It's already super awkward. So yeah, today I'm just going to talk about how I am beginning the process of sort of attempting to lead a more minimalist lifestyle. As I've mentioned, I am never going to be a full-blown minimalist. It's just not in my nature. But I am taking the steps towards at least purging items in my life that really have no place being there. You know, I'm at an age now, I'm 19, where I see a strong disconnect from my adolescence, and I'm ready to just get rid of a lot of stuff from middle school, high school, and yeah, stuff like that. I'm just ready now. So I'm going to share with you guys how I am doing that. But this is, as I said, my house that I grew up in. This is the room at my parents' house. So it's not going to be as minimal as like a space of my own, like for example my room at college, which I will do a tour of when I get there. But there are gonna be just some like silly art projects and certain things like my prom dresses that are here and are going to stay here because I'm just not gonna get rid of certain sentimental things. Whereas, you know, more of an adult space where I would just be living by myself, I wouldn't have those things, which would, you know, mean I don't have those taking up space. So before you comment things like, oh my god, that's not minimalist, you have so much crap. I get it, okay? And besides, as I said, I'm not a full-blown minimalist, so yeah, that's just a little disclaimer I want to make. And my battery's gonna die, so give me a sec. Alright, so I have got 5 steps to share with you guys. Starting with number 1, dig out all of your crap from every little crevice in your room. My really bad area is my closet. Not only do I keep a lot of clothes in there, I just keep a lot of crap in there. So get it out, get it onto your floor, cover your bed, just cover everything with it, and then you will see how much stuff you really have. It's hard to purge your space when you don't even know what you have. When you're only picking items on the surface to get rid of, that's not getting anything done. So just go in, get it all out, cover your floor. It's gotta get worse before it can get better. Trust me, my room looked like a crime scene for about a week because I'm really slow about cleaning. Then I also heard this approach to getting rid of stuff, which came in handy for me. I got it from a minimalist here on YouTube. Her name is Baiyina Hughley. I will link her video down below, as well as a few other people I watch on YouTube who are good inspirations as far as minimalism goes. But she has this method that I think she actually got from somewhere else, but basically it is the hell yes or hell no approach. So you have all your items. You know, the item can be one of two things, hell yes or hell no. And if it's not a hell yes, it's gotta be a hell no. And this is easier said than done, I realized going into this project, but it helps because especially looking at clothes, you just really gotta think like, I like it, but if it's this sort of if piece that I've had for years and haven't really worn, but I just keep being like, well, you know, if I ever go to this event, just no, it's a no. It's gotta go. With each item, whether it be clothing or just other odds and ends, you can decide whether you want to sell it. I'll get into that in a bit. Donate it, which is what I ended up doing with a lot of my stuff just because I wanted it gone. There's a lot of stuff I could have sold, but to me, the money was not going to be worth my sanity. And by, you know, sanity, I mean like the fact that my room was literally covered in so much stuff. I wanted it gone. If I didn't need it, whew, it was out of here. It was put in a bin, bin was brought to Goodwill, and it was just farewell from there. You can also give things to friends. If you have things that are in pretty good condition or products that you've hardly used, those are key elements that you should give to friends. I stumbled across perfumes I didn't wear anymore, lotions I didn't want, just random, like I found a ton of makeup sponges. I don't even use use makeup sponges. So I was like, okay, these are things I've never used. I'm gonna see if friends want them. Those are things you obviously can't really donate, so that's why I threw in this category. And then of course, the final category is trash. If it's a sweater that is literally covered in holes, or if it's just art supplies that you've never ended up using, like certain types of paper that can be recycled, just recycle them. Like just broken crap that you have lying around that you've kept and thought you're gonna fix, trash it, it's gone, you don't need it, you haven't touched it, just get rid of it. As far as like sentimental things and getting rid of them, I know it's really hard, and a lot of you guys have asked me how I do that from watching By Coco. She has good videos talking about how to get rid of stuff like that, and what she does. She is a little bit more able to get rid of things than I am. She mentions putting a lot of her keepsakes in a box, and if they don't fit in that box, then she doesn't keep it. Or if she keeps something, she has to get rid of something else. That's an option, but just really be aware of what you actually need. Like, do you need every school project from middle school? No. Keep your best, get rid of the rest. Same goes for toys. My all-time favorite Pixar movie, or trilogy, I guess, is Toy Story. I've always had a really strong connection with toys growing up. Toys were very, very important to me, so now looking at my toys, it's really hard for me to give them up. Incredibly hard. But I had to just pull an Andy and give them to a kid who wanted them. So my mom was talking about her friend who is like a, I don't know, it's like a big brother, big sister thing for a little girl, talking about how that little girl would really, really like some dolls and stuff. So that's what I finally ended up doing. This is super embarrassing. I haven't been playing with like my Bratz dolls and Barbie dolls in all this time, but I've just kept them under my bed because I didn't want to get rid of them. But once I heard that there was like an actual person out there who wanted them, I was like, okay. So if you can find a little kid who wants your old toys, that is a really good way to get rid of them, because you'll just feel happier knowing that they're actually going to someone who wants them and is going to play with them for a long time. Ugh, that just gets me like honestly so choked up for some reason. I saw Toy Story 3 twice in theaters and I cried both times, so it's a really hard thing for me for some reason. But anyway, yeah, that's better than donating in my opinion, if you can find someone who actually really wants them. Going back to the whole selling thing, I actually think now that I have weeded out quite a bit of things, I will start selling items that I stumble across that I don't want but are still in good condition. So I think I actually am gonna set up a Poshmark account, guys. I'm gonna talk more about this later, but I think I'm gonna start selling stuff on there. So if you guys are interested, let me know, because you guys would obviously be like top priority to me of people to give my stuff to. So yeah, that's an interesting idea, but also an interesting idea for you. Again, not sponsored by Poshmark, but why am I saying again? I haven't even talked about sponsorships in this video. Anyway, not sponsored by them, but they are a handy dandy little thing I just stumbled across literally last night that I wanted to mention. And it's easier than eBay or Etsy in my personal opinion, but if either of those platforms work for you, get to it. Okay, I spent so much time on that step. Step 2, once your floor is clear and you can see it again completely, that means picking up all the trash, picking up all the hangers, hanging every garment that needs to be hung. Then you can move on to smaller projects like your bedside table or your desk, your car, things like that, because they're just more manageable at that point, and you'll have a big empty space to actually like set things down and focus more. Some of you guys might flip-flop step 1 and step 2. You know, you might want to do smaller projects first, like your desk or your bedside table, as I mentioned. But for me, I just wanted to get the big stuff out of the way first. Step number 3, if you have a bathroom, that is a high priority area to organize next. For me, this is an easier hell yes, hell no with products, because if it's a drugstore piece of crap, whatever, that you've had under your bathroom sink since the dawn of time, get rid of it, because it didn't cost that much. I look at it this way. You know, you bought a face cleanser, it was $5. That's even less than it would cost you to go and get a bowl of pad thai at Noodles and Company. You eat the pad thai and you don't think about it, and that's $6 gone. So $5 already spent forever ago, not a big deal. Get rid of it. And that's the logic I use with getting rid of stuff like that. As I've mentioned, it's harder with things that we've spent more money on, prestige cosmetics and perfumes and stuff, but if you don't want those, like I said, give them to a friend, get them gone. Sorry, I'm like looking at notes down here in case you guys are wondering. Also, this is something that is especially important to me right now. Really consider the ingredients of your products as you're going through and cleaning out your bathroom, because obviously at this point in time, well, maybe not obviously, but in case you guys didn't know, I am trying to switch more towards cruelty-free products. I've said it on this channel, but if you're just stumbling across this video, this will be new news. So when I'm going through products in my bathroom that I've stumbled across and I don't use, but I still kind of like them, I read what's in them and really think about like, okay, so this company tests on animals, they've used this product in their, or they've used this ingredient in their product that's kind of harmful to me, harmful to just like skin in general, harmful to hair, like if there's sulfates in a shampoo, or if there's just random plastic beads and stuff in face cleansers. Should I really keep that? And of course that's up to you, but that helps me at least weed out products that I don't need. Number 4, deep clean everything. Once everything is in its place, lots of stuff has been thrown away, you will have a lot of emptiness and you're going to be able to actually dust and sweep and vacuum and all of this stuff. Really get in there in places you've never gotten in before. As I said, this is the room I grew up in. I have never in all of my 19 years dusted my windowsill or dusted my blinds. That's disgusting. And if you are disgusting like me, go in and clean that stuff, because once everything is literally... Hi, I'm filming a video. It was my mom. Okay. Once everything is pristine and beautiful, you're never gonna want to get it dirty again. Or at least that's how it's been for me. My room has slowly been inching towards being like perfectly clean all the time, and that is coming from someone who is damn near close to being a hoarder. So if it's possible for me, it's possible for you. I promise. Step 5 is actually all about maintenance. You know, maintaining this lifestyle that you finally obtained after cleaning a ton. There's another trick from the girl who I talked about earlier in this video. Again, she might have gotten it from somewhere else, but anyway, she talks about flipping all of your hangers in your closet, so you will see over a period of time what you actually use, because if obviously, okay, so this is your hanger. If it's going into your closet like, I said hi! And I said I'm filming a video. Sure. What? Come help me open up the patio furniture. Mom, I'm filming. Okay, like I was saying, you know, here's your bar, here's your hanger. Instead of putting it on this way, put it on this way. So then when you go to take that garment off, you'll see that you actually wear that. But over a period of time, you're gonna have a ton of stuff left in your closet like this, and you'll be able to think, okay, so I haven't worn this for 3 months. Do I actually need it? Just in general, if you come across things and realize like, I don't even like that, it's gone. It's easier once your space is clean, obviously, as I've mentioned, to really pinpoint things that, you know, you've thought about and thought about and thought about, and finally you're like, okay, I don't like it. It's easier to see that you want to get rid of it. Don't be afraid to return items. I used to be the kind of person in middle school and high school where if I bought something at a store and it didn't fit right when I got home, or I just realized like, okay, this was an impulse buy, I'll just keep it because I feel bad or I feel lazy and I don't want to return it. Be that person who returns everything. And I work retail, and I know how annoying that is when someone comes in and returns like 6 items, because it kills your store's sales, but I understand. Sometimes you gotta be that person. Also, be aware of stores' return policies with this whole little step, because like, I mean, I don't mean to name drop, but places like Forever 21, you only get store credit when you return. You don't want that. So for me personally, I just completely avoid Forever 21 now, because it's not a good company and their products are too tempting to me, so I just don't go in there. But yeah, just become aware of stuff like that. And finally, just pick up after yourself. I am the type of person where when I'm getting ready in the morning, I will throw clothes everywhere and they just end up staying there for weeks. Don't do that. Clean it up. Or if you don't have time to clean it up in the morning, make it a point when you get home from work or school or wherever you're coming from to just take 2 minutes and hang those things back up on hangers, fold them up, put them in your dresser, just make it a point. Same goes for like my bathroom vanity. I have a place for everything in the drawers, but I always end up digging stuff out and my counter gets covered with crap. It helps when you've thrown away a lot of stuff, but in terms of maintenance, just put that stuff away. It's just as easy to stick it back in a drawer as it is to stick it on a counter. So yeah, there's that. I hope that was enough tips for you guys at this point in time. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see on this whole minimalism topic, because my way of minimalism is going to be a lot different than other YouTubers on here, so it might be perhaps more suited to your lifestyle. Just let me know and I will film it. And that is all I have to say for now, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!